buzzing to be part of the World Cup. You got the World Cup fever yet?
Do you know something? Today, it just started to tickle a little bit. Mainly because I was listening to quite a lot of the programmes on talkSPORT, travelling about, and people were starting to talk about it, starting to talk about this team selection for tomorrow, starting to talk about the lads being out in America and the conditions, listening to members of our team, people like Adrian Dunham and Faker others that are out there, talking to the lads. It just started to feel a little bit more real.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm apprehensive about, I'm going to be honest, is the amount of teams in here. I think there's going to be about 2 weeks of absolute nonsense. Let's get that out of the way. And then we can
Are you not a big fan of the new system?
No, I'm not.
No?
Listen, it weren't broke. World Cup's mega.
Yeah.
It weren't broke. There's no need to fix it.
But then you look at countries like Jordan and Haiti, for instance. It's going to be their first World Cup.
Bro, come on.
Do you think?
No. This is supposed to be the peak of football. The best of the very best. That's what it's supposed to be. It is not a participation record.
Scotland are in it, so...
Why did you
come on, Scotland fans.
Listen, we know the reasons. It's all commercial.
I'm with Simon Jordan. I don't want Scotland to do well. That's why I said it.
Okay.
I heard him earlier. But look, it's what it is. They don't want us to do well. We don't want them to do well. But I'm actually really looking forward to this World Cup. I think we're going to see some shocks. I really do. I think hopefully VAR isn't massive in this tournament. I think we're going to see a lot of penalty shootouts. I was actually listening to Drive on the way in, Andy and Gabby, talking about their top 5 penalty takers. And they both, well, Andy had Pickford in his top 5.
To take a penalty?
I think he was 3rd to take a penalty. And to be honest, a lot of listeners were calling in, saying Pickford to be in the top 5.
Okay.
Do you agree with that? I mean, we've seen him take a good penalty, but he's not the penalty taker for Everton.
Well, for me, it comes down to who's on the pitch at the time of the penalties.
Yeah.
So therefore, you make your decision then. But if everybody's fit and able and ready to rock and roll, no, Jordan Pickford is not in my top 5.
I agree. You got to have Kane. Tony,
I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing about Jordan Pickford. He'll definitely put his hand up and volunteer for it.
100%.
So
someone called up and had him 2nd after Kane. 2nd.
Come on.
If I was in the car thinking, I get it. Pickford. Confident, takes him like a goal kick. We've seen him put one right in the top corner before, haven't we? But he doesn't take penalties for Everton. Like, surely the penalty takers for the club are the first ones to put your hand up. Kane.
Saka takes him for Arsenal, doesn't he?
Tony.
Yeah.
Then you've got the big ego Bellingham. Players like Rice took one in the cup final, the Champions League final. But
Rashford takes him, doesn't he?
Rashford got that whip, and Rashford. Anthony Gordon takes him.
Plus, there's also got to be a little bit of vindication for a couple of these lads, because everybody knows what happens in that penalty shootout where Rashford did miss, Saka missed. So you know what I mean? They need an opportunity to go and do.
I think Saka took one, didn't he, in the World Cup after that tournament and scored. So,
but the quality lads that take penalties for the clubs week in, week out. So.
One thing I will say, and I agree, Gabby Agbonlahor said this. I agree with him. Is I'm not fearing penalties this time.
Nah.
I don't fear a penalty shootout.
No.
But I'm buzzing. I can't wait. I'm buzzing to be.
How do you think they'll do?
England?
Yeah.
I think we'll win it. I think this is.
Do you know
our
something?
year.
I thought I was only going to be the only lunatic saying that.
I
was having a conversation with somebody about it today, right? And normally you can apply logic to the conversation, and you say, well, this team, this, and this, and then you bring in conditions, and you bring in this, and this. England are what? With the betting favourites, we're 3rd. Is that right? We've got France and Spain, and then us, yeah. And I'm looking at it. I'm thinking, we can do them.
Yep.
On any given day, we can do them. And the best thing about the England team right now, of which we haven't had in previous tournaments, go and look at the spread of winners now in the side.
Agreed.
Harry Kane's cleared off. He's gone to Bayern Munich. He knows what it's like to actually win some top trophies now.
Yep.
You've got the boys that have obviously competed for Crystal Palace this year.
Yep.
Won the top trophies.
Yep. Aston Villa boy.
Right.
Boys. Morgan Rogers.
They're all used to winning
the Premier League this year.
Knockout competitions. Arsenal obviously have won the league over a duration of time. After much disappointment, they've got over the line.
Yep.
So there's a different air of confidence now in that dressing room with these England players. Okay, not collectively. They've not done it for England, but they've done it on their club level. I think that adds a little bit of extra, as they say in France, je ne sais quoi.
You know who I fear? I don't fear Brazil. I don't fear Argentina. Portugal.
Yeah,
I fear Portugal.
I think we could get them in semis.
Portugal's midfield is probably the best midfield in the tournament.
Yeah, it's naughty, isn't it?
Bruno Fernandes, Bernardo Silva, João Neves, Vitinha. That would get into any team. Those 4 would get into any team.
Yeah, they're good.
Any country.
They're good.
I fear Cristiano Ronaldo, last tournament. Will he make an impact?
Of course, he's going to do something.
He's going to do something. I mean, I think I read today he's 20s, I think. 18, 20 to win the Golden Boot.
Is he?
18 to 20 to 1 to win the Golden Boot.
He's not winning the Golden Boot, mate.
Come on now.
Mate, come on.
The Golden Boot.
No, they carried him in last tournament, didn't they? Yeah, Kane's got a hell of a chance. Hell of a chance. He scored 50 goals this season. He's got a heck of a chance of being the Golden Boot.
Normally happens as well. Yes, it's the players that go far in the competition, but it's normally the teams they're playing against.
Yeah.
And it's normally won quite early because you'll get 2s and 3s in the league stage.
Yeah.
And then the next stage, we could have Mexico, am I right? And then in the next stage?
Mexico.
In the round of 32, would that be?
Mexico. Is it Mexico, Brazil, Portugal?
Yeah.
And that right to the final.
I mean, Kane could get 8 or 9 goals in the first 4 games.
He got an hat-trick last time against Panama, didn't he? And we got them at first 3. So, yeah, you could be right, mate. You could be right. You reckon... See, I'm glad that you're here tonight because normally when I say stuff like this, someone shouts me down and says you're talking absolute...
Oh, we'll get shouted down.
When I look at it, I can genuinely apply some proper logic to England being able to win this World Cup. Because with all due respect to previous tournaments, which we've done incredibly well at, and the team spirit was there and everybody was bouncing, one thing that was missing is that those lads didn't know how to get things over the line. They do now, especially with what they've done this season. And you've got a guy on the bench that knows how to change the momentum of a football match.
Agreed.
And will not shy from changing the momentum of the football match.
Thomas Tuchel has not been brought in to change anything. He's been brought in to win. That's all. Win a tournament. Gareth Southgate done really well. Should be applauded for what he done in the national team.
Yeah.
But he couldn't get it over the line. Thomas Tuchel has been brought in to get it over the line. And look, yes, Cole Palmer is not involved. Phil Foden's not involved. We get that. But if you go down the list of squad numbers, I know our England correspondent Faye Carruthers has spoken and said that the squad numbers have nothing to do with it. I think they do. I think 1 to 11 is going to be the starting team. That's the starting team that Thomas Tuchel want. You then look down at the substitutes bench that can come on and change it. Morgan Rogers, Anthony Gordon, Ollie Watkins, Madueke, Eze, Tony. You could add probably Kobe Mainoo in that. All those players, Reece James, for instance, can come on and win the game for you from individual brilliance. You then got other players that can come on and shore it up. So this is our year.
Oh, he's up for it, man. He's up for it. Sammy, how are you, mate? You good?
Hey, Sammy.
I'm good, gentlemen. Pleasure speaking to you both. I'm tired. I've been out celebrating my friend's daughter's graduation today.
Well, fantastic. I hope the party was good, mate. I hope the graduation was all good. But listen, don't be tired here now, mate. We're getting World Cup fever going, sunshine. So come on, give it to me. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the players that are not only starting, the players that are coming in on the subs and going to make a difference to see how hungry they are. Players like if Anthony Gordon's not starting, see how is he, Ivan Toney, these Ollie Watkins, the players that are coming in, but I'm looking so forward to this World Cup, and I agree with both of you. Tom Tuchel has been brought in not to get to semi-final, quarter-final. It's gold. It has to be gold.
Sammy, when you look at the forward players, you mentioned Ollie Watkins, Ivan Toney. Of course, Harry Kane is the number one. He's playing no matter what, probably every minute, unless we're 3-4, 5-0 up, which hopefully we are. But do you think Ivan Toney is going to get any game time, or do you think he's only going to be used if there's a potential penalty shootout?
No, I think he has to. Yeah, I think maybe Ollie Watkins is ahead of him, but anything can happen. You know, people can get injured. God willing, it doesn't happen, but you know, people can get injured. Some oppositions might suit Ivan Toney better. He might even get a penalty in the game.
Bring him on first touch.
Yeah.
Love that.
Exactly.
Love that.
Do you reckon he's going to be used as a specialist then? You reckon he's only going to be used in penalty shootout scenarios?
As Sammy was just saying there, I'd have Ollie Watkins ahead of Ivan Toney.
Okay.
More so, probably ignorance that I haven't watched him this season. I know his numbers are really good, Ivan Toney, but he's playing in Saudi Arabia, and I get that. But Ollie Watkins has been on fire towards the end of the season. Well, he started poorly, but midway through the season and towards the end, on fire. So I'd have him ahead of him. But Ivan Toney, surprise inclusion, has to be said, is a penalty expert. And look, we know games go to penalties. We know that. I think he's going to be used as a penalty.
Come on in extra time type.
Look, it depends how he trains. If he trains really well, of course, there's going to be opportunities. Harry Kane, hopefully, is fit throughout the whole tournament. Hopefully, we're 3 or 4-0 up in a lot of games, and he's got a couple of goals, hat-trick. Bring him off, whoever he decides to put on. But not the sole purpose, and I don't think Ivan Toney
his primary
purpose will be in case we go to a penalty shoot. I'm not sure about bringing him on first touch, though.
Yeah.
You've got to give him a couple of minutes.
Yeah, you can have 5 minutes.
You've got to give him a couple of minutes.
Has World Cup fever hit you yet? 03717 2233 44. Are you concerned about the state of this pitch as well tomorrow night? I don't know if you've seen it. It's an absolute howitzer. I've played on better pitches down Plessy Wreck in Blackburn. Absolutely sensational.
We've got racing TV on. The turf's better there.
Oh, mate.
It's good to soft in places.
It's good to soft in Miami at the moment.